Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 110 of the Level Up program, day number 25 of the Purple Belt level. And if you're following along in Crapsee, make sure that you input the code U8F9R8. And this is going to be, if you're new to the Level Up program, by the way, this is all about learning to shoot the dice, practicing on a daily basis, and also practicing your betting so that we can hopefully become a shooter-based betting type program. Now, I have used the last 513 throws have been the 3553 dice set. And I've explained very much about how I'm not really happy with this dice set. So we're going to change the dice set, at least for today, and I might make an executive decision to change it throughout for the next 720 throws. We'll see how it goes today. But we were using this 3553 dice set up till now. And we're going to go to the 4-2 or 5 dice set. Okay, and what that's going to do, and I'll show you what it's going to do in a little bit, but if you guys look at that, we have 3-5-5-3, right? All we're doing is we're single pitching one dice back, and there we got our, whoops, how did I figure it out? It's basically a single pitch or a quarter pitch off. So that's how we get our new dice set. So the 4-2, 4-5. Now with that 3-5-5-3 dice set, we got 4 sevens that came out on that single pitch. So let's go back to the 3-5-5-3. And if I single pitched, I got a 2-5, or 5-2 and a 2-5, okay? If I single pitch the other way, that's where your 3-4 came out and your 4-3. So there's 4 sevens right there. And my statistics on that 3-5-5-3 dice set was 21% of my throws were a single pitch. And the expected was 22%. So we're under the expected, but approximately every 21% of our throws ended up being a 7 because of that single pitch. And you heard me mentioning that all the time. We also had some hard ways that showed up on a single pitch, was the hard 6, the hard 8, the 10, and the 4. So all of your hard ways also showed up on that single pitch. Now if we go to the 4-2, what we're going to be using, the 4-2, 4-5 dice set, there is no 7 that shows up on a single pitch. Okay. So we have 4-2-4, and then we'll go the other way. So there's nothing that shows up as far as sevens when it comes to that single pitch. So our sevens now are going to show up. 2 of them will be a primary hit. So hard 8 is one primary. The next primary will be a 2-5. Then we have a hard 6, and then we have a 5-2. So if the dice stay on the axis, I get a primary hit. We have 2 chances to get a 7 here. There is no chance of getting a 7 on a single pitch. And in our double pitch is where 2 other 7s come out. So we got the 4 3s. So we will be able to really easily tell what 7 is showing up, or what we're doing, what the dice are doing is basically by the 7. So if we have a primary hit, you're going to see the 5-2 or the 2-5. If you have a double pitch, you're going to see the 4-3 or the 3-4. And then if you have an implode and explode, we have the 1-6s. And the other way would be the 6-1. So this set could be called the Kissing Aces set as well, because the aces are facing each other on the inside. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. We're going to try this out today, see how it goes. I have not thrown a single shot with this, but I think with the way things have been going with our dice results, I think that this will actually work out a lot better for us. So let me engage the KPI roll tracker. I'm going to check the chats really quick, and then we'll get started in Crapsee and throwing the dice. We have Frida here this morning. Good morning. SJ's here, Roger's here, and Ada's here. So happy Friday to everyone. And something weird is happening on my YouTube display right now. Let's do this once. Get that out of there. Get this out of there. And we are back to normal there. Good. So let's get started on Crapsee. I'm going to start with the $20 pass line bet again. And we're going to go $3 craps check. And we're going to go 555 on that ATS. And we're going to continue betting like we were. We're down about $300 from what we were yesterday because those last two shooters were disastrous. And also, before I get going, guys, I want to apologize yesterday for the abrupt ending. I had a situation occurring upstairs with my granddaughter. Nobody was watching her, in other words, and she's only 3 years old. So I needed to get up there before she destroyed the house. Also, there was a comment right before I left by Bam, who said that this dice set, meaning the 3553 dice set, was not treating me well, and it definitely was not. And I think that's why we're going to make this decision to go to the 4245. So let's go all bets set. We have 4 people in Crapsee right now, and we have got 5 people watching on YouTube, so hopefully we'll pick up more people on both sides. This is going to be roll number 1, shooter number 1 for the day. So 4245. Guys, in the chat, make sure you let me know what you're thinking, if all the stuff that I showed makes sense. And we have about 7. Wow. Okay, that's a 437. And we get that entered in KPI. So it's entered in KPI. And that 4-3 is that double pitch. So we did double pitch on that. So we got to check our finger positioning to make sure that our fingers are not too deep on the pads. We're actually on that fingertips area on our fingers. $20 pass line bet, $3 craps check, 555 on an ATS. And we're going to hopefully be able to get through 50 plus throws today. So we have the 4245. So the 4s are on top. And we'll go all bets set. Dice out. Looking for a point. And we have a hard 8. Square pair, 4-4. So 8 will be our first point. And that is obviously a primary hit because that's the 2 numbers that were on top. And we're going to go with that 180 across bet level again. So that's going to be 35 on the 5 and 9. 30 on the 6. We're going to go 20 on that 4 and 10. And we're going to go with $15 in pass line odds. So what I'm going to do this weekend, I think, is I'm going to try to get a hold of Alfredo. And I want to see what he does when he does a recovery betting. So in other words, his bankroll is down, and what does he do to help get that money back? He's really good at doing that type of stuff, so I want to see how he does that, and we're going to try to incorporate some of that into our betting plan. Because we've been breaking even, we've been making money, and we've been losing money, but overall, it's been going down in our amounts. And we have a 325, no field 5. And it's been going down a little bit at a time. It's not anything massive. So we need to do something to recover that money in order to start making a profit on a consistent basis. Yesterday we had, I think, 5 shooters. We made money off of 3 of the shooters, but the other 2 were enough to bring us down in our bets. Yeah, at least in our bankroll. So 4245 is our new dice set, and that was a 5. So we're going to bring that 5 up to $60. And we're going to go all bets set and dice out. And we have a 314 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So numbers are kind of rolling all around. A little bit of everything so far. And that is our second box hit for the shooter after the point was established. We're going to bring that 4 and 10 up to $25 each. Again, we have a 4-2-4-5 dice set now. And if I like this dice set, we're just going to continue on towards the 7 or 20 throws on this dice set. So basically, just a quarter turn of that dice away. Good morning, Bam. I just mentioned your name. We changed the dice set today because you called it, buddy. It was not my dice set, the last one we were using at 3553. We are now using a 4245. Good morning, Biff. And we're going to go all bet set and dice out. And we have a 246. Perfect. So that is our, oh, this is a come out. No? 8 is the point, I'm sorry. 246. So that will be our third box hit, I believe. I'm getting confused here. So that's a nice little hit. That should be our third box hit. That should be enough to bring us up. Almost enough to bring us up to what we need to do, but we're going to regress. We're going to go all down. We're going to go with 96 cross bet level. It's going to be $20 on that 5 and 9. 15 on the 10 and 4. We have 18 on the 6. No pass line odds. We brought back $122 to the rack. We have 123 on the table. So that is a pretty decent situation to be in right now. Morning, Chris. So if you guys are late arriving here, make sure after I'm done here, go back to the beginning of the video and I will explain to you this new dice set that we are using and the reasoning why I changed the dice set today. Let's go all bet set and dice out. And we have a 6-4-10, Waylon's best friend way in the end, Daddy Joe. So again, we're going to go to $25 on that 4 and 10. That is the second tall number that we hit, and we need the 2 and 3 to hit the small. I watched Alfredo last night. He had 3 separate shows back to back to back, and we got the 4-2-4-5 dice set. And the first show was just him rolling out with Crapsee. And if you guys did not check it out, make sure you check it out. He hit the tall 3 times. He hit the small 1 time and hit it all once. And that was all in 4 or 5 shooters. It was just an amazing, amazing roll. You have to check it out. All bet set. So congratulations to Alfredo. It was amazing throwing last night, or amazing shooting. And dice out. And I hit that mixing bowl. We got lucky. We have a 3-2-5. No feel 5. And we're going to go up to 35 on the 5 and 9 now. So that's dropping in $1 to get to that level. We have $177 brought back. We have 173 on the layout right now on the table. So we are to the point now where we have all the outside numbers pressed up. 4-2-4-5 is the dice set, and we should be starting to do a press / collect type technique. So we should be starting to bring some money back in now. And this is going to be roll number 8 for the shooter. Dice out. And we have a hard 4, 2-2, ballerina. So let's see what that is. That hard 2 is a double pitch, so we got to be careful with that because that's where one of the 4-3s show up, the 4-3 or 3-2 or 3-4. So we're gonna go to $50 on the 4 and 10. So we're gonna press each one of them 25. Those are obviously buy bets. So we have the 4 and 10s pressed up nicely now, at least starting to. And we're going to go with that 4-2-4-5 dice set. And we'll go all bet set. Currently we have 13 people watching on YouTube. We have 5 people on Crapsee. And another double pitch, 3-4-7, ouch. So, hey, guys, I'm kind of liking this. If we can stay away from that double pitch, I think this is going to work out well for us. But let's see how it goes. So we actually lost $1 on that shooter because we had gone up so much on that 4 and 10 on that last bet. So we got 4-2-4-5 is that dice set. And we're going to start off again with that $20 pass line bet, $3 craps check, and 5-5-5 on the ATS. And we're going to go all bet set and dice out. So we need to stay away from that double pitch on this dice set. It's not as harmful as that hardway set is, though. And we have a 2, 6, 8, so we're back on that 8 for our point. And that is 1 dice off axis, which does not bother us with this dice set because in order to get that 6-1, you have to have 1 dice implode and 1 dice explode in order to get that 6-1 or 1-6. So 4-2-4-5. 4's on top. And I got to get the right numbers on the front. There you go. We're going to go with that 180 across bet level. 35 on the 5 and 9. 20 on the 4 and 10. 30 on the 6 and 15 in pass line odds. And we're going to go all bet set. Ooh, the dice landed on top of each other and they kissed. But hey, we got midnight. So both dice went off axis on that, and we're lucky because they both imploded in order to get that. So that does help us with that ATS. That does nothing for our bets. So videos yesterday, guys. I'm not sure if yesterday or the day before, but Chris put out another one of his competition ones. It was actually 2 strategies that he rolled out. So make sure you check that one out. Our buddy King Dice put out a short video last night. It was about 6 minutes long about what's better, up downtown or the strip in Vegas. Alfredo went live for a while last night. And then our friend at Holy Roller did a really cool video. He did a live chat with him and his wife about cruises and craps. So check that one out, Holy Roller. That's a really cool one, Brian and his wife. And we have a 639 center field 9. So I think that's box hit number 1 for this shooter. Again, that's 1 dice off axis, which does not bother me for this dice set because that will not give us a bad number. 4-2-4-5 is that dice set. And we're going to press the 9 up to $60. That's dropping a quarter onto it. And we're going to go all bets set and dice out. So any exciting plans for anybody for the weekend? If you do, let us know. And we have a leaner back here that should come down on a 1, and it did. So we have a 1-5 mixer, Chris from Sideshow Gamble. So I guess Jen has not been on chat for a while here because she's on a cruise right now. She was talking about going snorkeling yesterday and wanting to see a non-aggressive shark or something like that. So that was kind of cool. We're going to go to $42 on that 6. And we're going to probably call that all bet set with that one. 4-2, 4-5 is our dice set. Biff has yard work. Okay, I did mine about 2 weeks ago. We did my spring cleanup. So it's fun. Being fair-skinned like I am, I have to be very careful I don't get burned outside because I burn very easily. And those dice kind of landed short outside of our landing zone, but we have a 3-3 hard 6. So that is the double D. No. Yeah, that is the double Degen, hard 6. Everybody has a little Degen in them. So hard 6. I'll get that call down here pretty soon, Chris. I'll get it down smooth. 4-2, 4-5. And that was our third box hit. So we're going to regress our bets again. 96 cross bet level. It's $20 on that 5 and 9, 15 on the 4 and 10, 18 on the 6, no pass line odds. So we got all bets set. And we got dice out. And we have a 4-2-6. Those two dice are tied up against that back wall. That was perfect placement, perfect landing. They died right up there. So 4-2. And that is our third 6 in a row. Wow. So that's nice. So we're going to put our 6 up to $30. And we're going to put in $10 on that pass line. We're going to $15 pass line odds because that's the minimum pass line odds so we can do. So we have $151 brought back already. We have $150 on the table. And we're looking for that 4-2. It's going to take me a little bit to get used to this dice at 4-2, 4-5. And we have all bets set. And dice out. And another 4-2-6. Wow. This dice set is really throwing out the 6s. I like to see that. So we're going to go to $42 on that 6. And we're going to put another $5 on pass line odds. So we have $40 total on the pass line. So that works out nice. 186 brought back, 167 on the table now. 4-2, 4-5. And this is going to be roll number 8. And we get dice out. And another 4-2-6. Wow. Talk about hitting the pocket, guys. We are definitely on that pocket. Trust me, the dice are not loaded. They are not altered in any way. Definitely bet the streak, Biff. So we're going to bring the 6 up to $66 now. And so we've brought back $235. We have 191 on the table for 2, 4, 5. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sixes in a row. What are the odds of that happening? All bets set, dice out. And we did not get that 6 again, but we have a 4, 5, 9, center field 9. So finally hit a different number. That one was kind of weird. Both dice went up. The one hit the back wall and it kind of bounced off to the right-hand side there. Good morning, Navaldo. So we're going to bring that 9 and 5 up to $35 each. So we have $263 brought back, $221 on the table for 2, 4, 5. And we got all bets set. We have 13 people watching us on YouTube. Good morning, Craig. Happy Friday. If you're just joining in, make sure you go back to the beginning of the video when we're done today or sometime today and watch the explanation of why we changed the dice sets today and what this dice set is capable of doing. Terrible throw. We threw it into the back wall, our side wall, but we got lucky. We have a 6, 2, 8. That is one dice off axis, and that is our point. So we made the point. So we're going to be doing a new come out roll here. That was roll number 10, so we made double digits off of this one, so that's nice. 4, 2, 4, 5 will be our dice set, and we're going to press that pass line bet up to $22. We're going to go with a $4 craps check. And we're looking for that 10 and 11 for the tall, and we need a whole bunch of numbers for the small. We're actually $100 in the profit right now. 307 brought in, 207 on the table. All bets set and dice out. And we got Midmo Yo on the come out. So we got that 11. Chiro must be busy lately because I haven't seen many videos come out from him. I don't see him chatting up on the chats much anymore. It's either that or his wife put restrictions on him. So we're going to go back with that $4 craps check. Our $22 pass line still is in effect. Again, we're going to 4, 2, 4, 5. And we got all bets set. Yes, kill no sixes, Craig. Triple Lux in the sixes. That would be a nice hit. Dice out. And we got a 257. But that's right, guys, because that is the come out yet. But that does suck because that resets that ATS bet. So we still made money off of that a little bit. So we're going to have to go back up on that ATS for 555. $4 craps check. Still looking for a new point. And that 5-2 was a primary hit. So both dice stayed on axis on that. But we hit the 5-2. So the 5-2 and the 4 are 5-2 and the 2-5 are both on axis throws. And let's go all bets set. Looking for a point yet. This is roll number 13. And it was a terrible throw. Both dice landed almost on the wall and they split apart immediately. But we have a 3, 6, 9. Center field 9. So our new point is 9. We were on the 8 before and is one number away. So let's take that $35 off the 9. Let's make the 6 or the 8 look like 30. And I'm tempted to put pass line odds on here, but I'm not going to. We have $324 brought back on the shooter. We have $198 on the table. Again, we're going to go 4-2, 4-5. And we got all bets set. Nice out. Again, we went really long on that throw, hit the base of the wall again, but we have a 314 Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. Alfredo was hitting a ton of those last night. So that's going to allow us to bring that 4 and 10 up to $25 each. And that's going to become a buy bet now. So now we have got all of our numbers pressed up at least once. So we got 4-2, 4-5. And all bets set. And guess what we guys got? Guess what we got, guys? You'll be surprised. 4-2, 6. So this shooter has thrown the 4-2 at least 4 or 5 times. Amazing. So 4-2. And now we're going to bring that 6 up to $100. So that'll be our first one that has hit a black chip level for today at least. 4-2, 4-5. We got all bets set. And Craig is excited because he got a $600 6. Awesome. I'm not a big spender like you are, Craig. My bets are a little bit lower right now. We're at $100 though. And now when we've veered off to the left of our landing zone a little bit, but we got a 145 horse and buggy. I think that's the first 5 that we got today. No, we got 2 other ones. So it was our third 5. I think we had a 3-2 once at least. That's our first horse and buggy though. We've not thrown any 2s or 3s yet today, but we've gotten at least one of all of the others. So that was a 5. So we're going to bring that 5 up to $60. So we're going to drop a quarter onto it. Now, if I was smart, and we've never accused myself of being smart on the show once yet, I would regress all my bets down, because if I took all of my bets off the table as of right now, we would have made $400, over $400 today, and that would do a lot for recovery. But we're not going to be smart. We're going to keep on going. We're going to see how far we can press those babies up, because we are still above. Even if I left the bets as they are and I had the bet number come out, I would still be above what we started today. So we got all bets set. And dice out. 4-2, 4-5. I like the way the dice went down and landed, but that left one took off a little bit coming back. 639, center field 9. So 9 is starting to show up a little bit more now. It's one dice off access. That was our point. So we're going to be doing a new come out here. This is definitely a profitable shooter for me. 4-2, 4-5, and I'm liking this dice set so far. So we're going to put $40 on that pass line. And we're going to go $6 on the craps check. And we need the 2 and 3, which we have not hit at all today yet, for that small. And we need a whole host of other numbers for the tall. So let's go all bets set. And we get dice out. And the dice came out of my hands really weird on that. We got a 415 horse and buggy, but they came out really weird. It's like I almost had a forward spin instead of a backward spin. It was kind of weird. And then they split apart as well. So when they landed, they actually crisscrossed. I wish I had slow motion on here because that would have been kind of cool to see. Wouldn't that be nice to have to beat that record of 154? And I believe she was somebody who really didn't know how to play the game of craps, I believe. And it took, what was it, like 4 or 5 hours to roll out those 154 throws. Something like that. So 4-2, 4-5, we threw a 5. So our point is, new point is 5. We're going to take that $60 on it. We're going to move that over to the 9. And we're not going to put any pass line odds under because we have our pass line up to $40 already. And I also had heard for that roll that a lot of people did not make a ton of money off of that roll like you would think because they weren't betting a lot. So it's kind of weird. So 4-2-4-5 dice set. Yeah, it's awesome, Craig. I like it. Again, go back to the beginning of the video and I'll explain a little bit about this dice set and why I like it compared to the 3-5-5-3 that I've been using for the last 513 throws. So, oops, dice are splitting apart. Let's regrip them. Now we got dice out. That left one took off a little bit again, but we have a 9. 4-5-9, perfect. So we have got $60 on that 9. We're going to press it up to $100. It is definitely hitting box numbers, Craig. It really is. So we're going to bring that 9 up to $100. So we now have got 2 bets at the $100 level. I don't know why I have the 6 at 100. It should have been at 90 because 100 is not a proper bet. So we're going to take that 100 off. We're going to put it at 90. I don't know why I did that. 90 is a proper bet. So yeah, 4-2, 4-5. And we got all bets set. Yeah, that's what I had heard, Biff, that she'd only played craps a little bit. She wasn't really good at it all. So, dice out. Then again, do half of us even know how to bet? And we got midnight, hard 6s, hard 12. All the dots and all the spots. So that's only the second tall number that we've thrown. We've thrown 5 numbers so far. 5 numbers, that's it. And we are going on roll number 22, 4-2-4-5. That does nothing for our bets, so we are going to go all bet set, and we'll go dice out right away. Dice out. And we have another 9, guys. 3, 6, 9. So that's going to be paying out handsomely. So that was, we had $100 on there. We're going to press it up to $200 now. So now I'm starting to approach Craig's bet levels. We've brought back $717 on the shooter so far, and we have got $425 on the table. So we got 4, 2, 4, 5. And we got all bets set. Nice out. And guys, came to an end. It had to have come to an end. That's a primary hit to 5-2. So the dice stayed on access, just that we hit the wrong number on access. So that was a primary hit. Guys, that was an amazing roll. We got 22 rolls in that time. We made a total of $292. I should have regressed, but I did not. But hey, guys, I'm fine with that. We're going to go again with that $20 pass line bet, $3 craps check, and 555 on the ATS. And we're up about 200 some dollars, almost $300 for the day. We got 4, 2, 4, 5. And let's see if we can repeat this. We have 2 nice rolls so far. There's about 15 minutes left for the program. So we'll go all bet set. We're on roll number 32. And shooter number 3. The dice are slightly delayed coming out, but we have a heart 6, midnight, as they say, all the dots and all the spots. So that is a come out loser for that pass line, but we have a craps check in place, so that will take care of that. We're going to go again with $20 pass line bet. Our ATS still stays up, and our $3 craps check still stayed up. So we made a profit of $1 off of that roll, which is the way this is designed to work for this. 4, 2, 4, 5. So this has been throwing a lot of 12s. So that would be that both of the dice are imploding in order to get that 12. So they're both off axis, but they're both imploding, coming together. It is a Kissing Aces set, yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Roger. So it is a Kissing Aces. Let's go all bets set here. And we're looking for a new point jet. Now, left die came out just slightly early, and we have a 5-2-7. So the 5-2, we're staying on axis a lot of our rolls here, guys. So that 5-2 is the most prominent one, but that's still a come out winner. That does reset our ATS, though, unfortunately, and we lose our crap check, so we're going to have to go back up on those. We've made a profit of $3 so far off of this shooter. Slow but steady, boys and girls. 4, 2, 4, 5. And we got all bets set. So we have 12 people watching us right now on YouTube. Not high numbers today for some reason. Seems like every other Friday is busy and the opposite Fridays are not. And we have another one. We have square pair, 4-4 heart 8. And that is another primary hit. Top numbers came up. So 8 will be our point. Marble Fork, thank you, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. 180 across bet level. That's $35 on the 5 and 9, 20 on that 10. 30 on the 6. We're going to go 15 in pass line odds. 4-2, 4-5, and we're going to call that all bets set. Okay, here we go. Does not feel comfortable. Just set them down. And we'll re-grip them. And we have an ace deuce Alfredo sauce. I think that's the first 3 that we've thrown today. So it's a 2, 1, 3. That is the first one today. Wow. Okay. That does nothing again for our bets again other than the ATS. 4-2, 4-5. So that was 1 dice off axis. And we're going to go all bets set. Dice out. And we have the double Degen, heart 6. Everybody wants a little bit of Degen in them. That just sounds so wrong. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, that's a 6. That's not the 4-2 variety, but that's a lot of 6s today. We got 8 of them so far. We're going to go to $42 on that 6. And we're going to drop in another $5 on pass line odds. So 4-2, 4-5. And that hard 6 was a, what was that? That was a primary number. So we're hitting primaries galore. All bets set. So if you guys don't remember what a primary is, it's the same dice and they just rotate through. So that means that they're staying on axis and they're rotating at the same revolutions and they come back and land on the same face. And we have a 2, 3, 5, no field 5. So that's going to allow us to go up to $60 on that 5. That's box hit number 2, I believe. So we got one more box and then we can regress back down to that 96 across level. 4-2, 4-5. And we got all bets set. Good morning, Brian. Welcome to Level Up in Wisconsin, where it is a luxurious 57 degrees this morning when I got home from work. Oh, we got a leaner, guys, but it is a 5, hopefully. Come on down. 5, 5, 5. Oh, there you go. 3, 5, 8. Easy 8. It's either going to be a 5 or a 6. I'll take the 5, though. That's fine. We haven't thrown many of those at all today, the 8s. Oh, we have 5 of them already. Wow, okay. A lot more than I expected. And that was our point. So we're going to go to $22 on that pass line bet. We're in $4 for craps check. That's not cold. I could be wearing shorts outside right now, Brian. 4-2, 4-5. Should be getting up to close to 70 today, though. If not, at least somewhere in the 60s. And we got all bets set. You did miss the 22 rower. But we're going to have one that's longer than that right now. Dice are feeling good today. Dice are being nice. And damn it. Okay, guys, that's a come out. That's both dice off axis, one implode, one explode. So that is the 1-7 that we're going to try to avoid, but that is a come out. The only bad thing about that is that that resets at ATS. So again, we're going to go 555 on ATS. And we're going to go $4 craps check. 4245. And we got all bets set. All year round, huh? 70 to 90 degrees must be nice. The cost of living in paradise, huh? Okay, dice out. And we have a 6-4-10. Waylon's best friend, way in the end, Daddy Joe. So 10 is our new point. This is a dice set I wish I would have used when I was in the shooter competition. Because it is, thus far, pretty consistent. So we're going to take that $20 off the 10. We're going to put $18 on that 8. No, we're going to pull all of our bets down and go to that 96 cross bet level. We hit our 3 box hits already. I should have noticed that sooner. So that's going to be $20 on the 5 and 9. We're going to go 18 on the 6 and 8, 15 on that 4. No pass line odds. So we have 127 brought back. We have 128 on the table. So we are just at about at that break even point. We're $1 in. And that went a little bit long on that throw towards the back wall, but we have a 4-5-9 center field 9. So check back on the rolls, Brian. We had a period of 5 6s in a row. It was amazing. Somebody was talking about triple luxing. I think Craig won like $600 on that 6. So yeah, 4-2-4-5. And that was a 9. So we're going to go to $35 on that 5 and 9. Sister Preston, that's dropping in $1. We're going to go all bet set. And let's go dice out. And we have a 6-1-5 mixer. Chris is showing up a couple times here today. If you guys haven't checked out Chris from Sideshow Gamble's channel, make sure that you do check it out. It's an awesome channel, mostly strategy based. 4-2-4-5 is the dice set. That was a 6 rolled, so we're going to go to $30 on a 6 and 8. We're going to drop in $3 to get to that level. So we're done pressing those inside numbers, and we're a little bit under again. We're 176 brought back, 182 on the table. So we're into this roll for $6 right now. But we have all the inside numbers pressed up at least once. So anything from here should be profit now. Ooh, terrible throw, guys. They came out of my fingers early, but we have a 314 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So they came out a little bit early, and that, guys, that shows you how lightly I am holding those dice. So we're going to go to $25 on that 4. And that'll put us into profit now for the shooter. 203 brought back, 192 on the table. But that shows you guys how lightly I hold those dice. They slipped out early, and I barely even, my fingers even barely even moved, and they're falling out already. So, and it doesn't matter how hard or how light I'm holding onto the dice. It's the same result all the time. That's one of the advantages of going with this modified Yuri grip that I use. So we got dice out. And we got a 2, 3, 5. No field 5. Again, my throws are starting to get sloppy. I don't like the mechanics that I'm displaying the last couple throws, but I will take the results. We're going to go to $60 on that 5. So we're dropping in a quarter. So we're going to bring some money back and we're going to put some money out there. We have $252 brought to our rack. We have 217 on the table. 4, 2, 4, 5. Sorry about that early Crapsee all bet set. Nice landing, and they kissed, but we have a 314 again. Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So this has turned out to be a nice roll as well. 3 decent rolls today. So we're going to go to $35 on that 4. And we're going to put $15 pass line odds out there. So we are $55 to the profit for this shooter so far. 4, 2, 4, 5. And we got all bets set. This is about as tan as you'll see it most of the year, buddy. Look at the whites. Really show the white. I don't have any of that Indonesian blood, the Hawaiian blood in me. Okay, dice out. And we got a 6, 2, 8. I'm going to have to put a filter on my arm for you, Brian, so you're not blinded. Either that or I'll have to give you guys all free sunglasses. That's awesome. We're going to go to $42 on the 6 and 8. I am half German, or 3/4 German, 1/4 Bohemian of all. Oh my God, that's funny. $42 on a 6 and 8. And we get the 4, 2, 4, 5. So that's where I get my stubbornness from, Brian. I'm very stubborn, the German stubbornness. And we get dice out. And we have Ace Deuce Alfredo sauce. 2 and 3. Oh my God, guys, we only need the aces in order to get that small. We need the Midmo Yo and Midnight to get the tall. So we're getting close on both ends there. Just need the bookends pretty much. And we've hit a lot of Midnights today so far. So we have 4, 2, 4, 5 for the dice set. And we're doing nothing with our bets. We're going to keep the bets all the same. And we got dice out. And we got a 5, 2, 7. Ouch. Oops, that was a 5, 2, not a 3, 2, guys. I apologize. So we got a 2, 5. And that is a 7 out. So just perfect timing, guys. We're right at that 9 o'clock mark. 2, 5 in Crapsee. So we profited on that shooter $66. So, okay, let's go here, guys. Let's go through the statistics. So we've had 3 shooters today. We had a 9, a 22, and a 17. Roll quality points were decent. That's 22. I would have liked to have seen higher roll quality mixes. I cannot sing Bohemian Rhapsody song. Brian, you do not want to hear me sing. Interesting. We had high box numbers. Inside numbers were high. 4s and 10s were lower than expected. Come out 7s were starting to get off the charts. Horns and fields were low because we're definitely hitting the box numbers today. Hardway is what expected. Definitely a light side play today. We had a 16.0 SOR today and a 6.9 SRR with 4 come out 7s. So let's get back to this other screen here, guys. And again, if you joined in late today, make sure you go back to the beginning of the video here, and I'll explain to you about this 4245 dice set that we're using. And I am just a poor boy that nobody loves me, Brian. I definitely am. Single family income here. But anyhow, hey guys, thanks for joining the Level Up program today. Make sure that you join me back again next week. My name is Joe, and this is my Craftsmaster poor boy dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours.